back into the Hawk zone. Doug Wilson with a 5-game point streak is back. Wilson feeds Daryl Sutter. His pass stolen by Goulet. Feeding over the line, Anderson. His shot blocked, but Peterson scores! Stosny, lightning quick wrist shot in a perfect location in the top corner. 1-0 Quebec.
Quebec's first good shot on goal. John Anderson's attempt at slap shot deflected and stopped by Jack O'Callahan and went right to Stosny. Stosny on his wrong foot let the wrist shot go just under the crossbar, beating Bannerman to the stick side.
John Stosny digs a three. He centered one. That did get through. Bouncing loose to the near side, and Bergevin came up with it. Mark Bergevin quickly into the Quebec zone is knocked down and cleared back to center. Peter Stosny. Now Anton's going to be in. Oh, he centered one. Stosny right in the shot. He scores! Anton Stosny was all alone as O'Callahan went to Peter Stosny on the far side, and it's 2-0 Quebec.
Mark Bergevin got hooked down from behind at the line, was going to the bench to change, didn't see that Stosny, Anton snuck in behind him. It was a 2-on-1, and the backhand shot hit the far post and tripled into the net. Peter Stosny with the pass. O'Callahan didn't realize that it was a 2-on-1. He thought that Bergevin was back, but Bergevin, when he was pulled down, thought a penalty should have been called, and then went to the bench for a change.
Sove, who clears it down into the Hawk zone. Back of the goal, O'Callahan bumped it, squirts free. Peter Stosny on the far side. Put it into the corner, Sove. He's tied up. It came to the line. Anderson along. Scores! John Anderson from the blue line, and Bannerman did not look sharp on that. 3-0 Quebec.
The Hawks slowly putting themselves in a deep hole here. They might never be able to get out of it. Solveig fending off the shot from John Anderson, and Bannerman was not screened on it. He just misplayed it. Anderson, who scored the game winner late in the third period against Montreal the other night, gets an easy one as the long shot baffles Bannerman. And it's a 3-0 Nordique lead. And we still have 11:27 to go in the first period.
Siak moves to the slot, feeding Brown. He turns behind, tried to center it. Pass didn't get through. Away by Brent Ashton. Ashton tries to clear, but couldn't get it out. On the far side, Lysiak for Sutter in front. To the line, Bergevin. Here's the shot. He scores! Sutter tipped it in. Mark Bergevin shot the puck while it was on edge at the blue line, and Sutter just off to the right of Goslin deflects it 3-1 in favor of Quebec.
First good penetration of the game by the Blackhawks. Lysiak line. The puck gets back to the point, and it hit Daryl Sutter on the right side of the leg. Of his right leg, he kicks it in, and it's a 3-1 hockey game. Maybe the Hawks will get some life from it, but Bergevin's shot hit Daryl Sutter as he stood in front of the net to deflect it past Goslin.
Here come the Nordiques, 3-on-2. Oh, and a Hawks get a break as a bad pass stolen by Doug Wilson. To Savard over the line, centered it, Larmer right in, shoot! Goslin a sliding save. Rebound to the line, O'Callahan holds it in, shooting. Goslin again the stop, and it's cleared over. Rochefort threw it right back to center. Bouncing free to Cote over the line. A drive and a save by Bannerman. He gave it to Larmer. Steve Larmer bounced one to O'Callahan. Now ahead to Larmer. He carries it over the line. Larmer into the slot. Moving in. Shoot. He scores! Steve Larmer looking for a pass several times, then decided to pull the trigger. Blasted it right between the wickets of Goslin. 3-2 now in favor of Quebec.
Larmer cuts into the slot, fakes. The defenseman Picard goes down. He fakes again, and then finally elects to shoot. Goslin back in the net. He's up. His feet are almost on the goal line. He's back on his heels as he's moving. He's not quite set, and the puck goes right through his legs. He looks through his legs, and the puck dribbles through him.
Now they're ready. Here's the draw to Picard at the far point. Got it in behind the net. Goulet. He jammed it loose for Hunter. Dale Hunter centered one. Goulet! I don't think he even knew he made it. Now in behind the net it goes. They battle away there. Doug Wilson. Tied up by Goulet. Then Hunter dug it out. Got it to the line. Picard. Put it back to the side of the net. Now Goulet, or rather Hunter's shot is blocked. Got around Shaw to the corner. Then he's knocked down. And Shaw will get a penalty here as Dennis Savard jammed it loose. Wilson, big save by Gosselin on Doug Wilson. Now it's centered. One is the score! Savard! Dennis Savard looked as if he had a penalty drawn against Quebec, which he did, but the Nordiques all stopped. Savard didn't. He jammed it loose, and it wound up back to him, and he scored.
Everyone let up. He got it out front to Doug Wilson. Gosselin made the save. The puck went to the far boards. O'Callaghan slid it across nicely to Savard, and he one-timed it on the short side past Gosselin for his 36th. A big goal for the Hawks after they successfully kill off a red-hot Nordique power play.
Near corner, Gillis. Put it to the far side. Now Olchek, after it there, is knocked down by Picard. And Ashton carries it into the Blackhawks zone. Bergevin fell down. Ashton cuts right in. Bannerman, big save on Brent Ashton. Rebound to Lysiak. Tom Lysiak over the line trying to walk in. And now Dennis Savard scurries back into the Quebec zone. Savard near side stick ending right in. Shoot! Big save by Gosselin. What a rush from Savard, who lulled everybody deep in his own end. Picard put it to the near side. Goulet in center. Threw it across the Shaw. Now a lead for Hunter. Bannerman has had a spectacular second. Points for Sauvé this year have come on the power play. Here's the puck cleared to the Hog zone. DuPont got to it. Bounce to the center. A breakaway. Here's Troy Murray. He's in all alone. The shot. And a save by Gosselin. And he holds on. Face off to Bannerman's left. Here's the draw to Shaw. His shot. Score! Shaw bounced it in off the leg of Bob Murray. And it's 4-3 Quebec.
The Nordiques win the draw cleanly. Shaw, who moved in from his defense position at the top of the circle, through the legs of Larmer, off the legs of Bob Murray. Bannerman had no chance on the deflection and screen shot. But the draw was the important part, and Savard lost it.
Now Savard in over the Quebec line. Dennis Savard turning far side. Center one, Larmer a blast. He scores! Larmer a one-timer from the near circle as Savard just feathered a pretty soft pass right to Larmer, and he buried it. 4-4 now.
Savard makes up for losing the draw to Gillis, comes right back the other end with a beautiful pass, a diagonal pass through the middle of the ice, and Larmer with a one-timer, an impossible angle, beats Gosselin upper left-hand side under the crossbar. I don't know how he does it sometimes, but a wicked blast to the short side. And Larmer gets his second of the afternoon.
Here's the draw. Bergevin at the line. Shooting. Deflected. And a save. Rebound. Straight through the goal creases. Gosselin stopped Lysiak. And the Nordiques now start back. John Anderson carries it over the line. Anderson centered one. Deflected wide by Bergevin, who nearly tipped it into...
Successful when they've had the lead going into the third period.
Here's the draw. Lysiak wanted moving in. Then Gosselin poke checked it away. Came to the line. Bergevin along. Risha. He scores! Bergevin, it may have been tipped in. Brown and Sutter were both in front, but the Blackhawks grabbed the lead early in the third period. 5-4 Chicago.
Tom Lysiak started the play in the faceoff. Instead of pulling it back, he pushed it ahead, lost control of it, turned, got it back to the point. The low shot coming from Bergevin, it didn't look like it was deflected. There were two Hawk players there. It might have hit a Nordique player, or might have hit Keith Brown. But
now came to the near side. Anton Stosny for Quebec got around to check, then cleared it to the far side. Price, here's his shot. They score! Pat Price, as Bannerman just fanned on it. He kicked out with a left pad and just flat out missed it. 5-5 now.
Pat Price keeps it in, does a good job, then picks it up and from a bad angle, just turns and fires. It's a low shot. Bannerman tried to kick at it, and he just kicked prematurely and just fanned on it.
Cote off to the left of Bannerman. May have gotten a piece of it. We'll see what the call is. It looked as if Price's shot with a clear to center. Now O'Callahan. His pass intercepted. Taken by Goulet. Michel Goulet's pass broken up. Then came to Stasi. He's in. Peter Stasi. He scores! 5 points in the game for Peter Stasi, who got a fortunate bounce at center ice. Moved in with a breakaway. 6-5 Quebec.
Doug Wilson couldn't corral the bouncing puck. He deflected it and went right to Stastny. He picked it up with his skate, went in on Murray Bannerman, faked to his left and slid it right through the legs of Bannerman, and the Nordiques come back and take over the lead. It's 6-5 Quebec.
And Patrick comes here to Quebec. Just a couple of days ago. Now here come the Nordiques, a centering pass. Here's the shot. They scored. Mark Kumpel all alone. He had time for coffee and a donut before any Blackhawk player could get to him. 7-5 Quebec.
The pass across, the shot attempted by Hunter and went to Kumpel. Kumpel with 30 seconds in front of the net, no one near him. Callahan tried to block it. Doug Wilson was over to the left wing boards, and Kumpel just sneaks in.
By Olchek, and he got it out to center ice. 45 seconds left down the Quebec power play. Now here's the he's in high. Stasi going after his 6th point of the game, was in on a breakaway but missed the net. And the Hawks start back. Wilson over the line for Savard. The shot and a save by Goslin. Pat Foley and Dale Talon back in Quebec City, where the Nordiques lead the Hawks 7-5. Here's the lead for Hunter, moving in to Kumpel. Kumpel right in, shoot. Bannerman the save. Rebound in behind the goal. Puts it down all the way. A minute and a half to go in regulation time. Here's Olchek. Gave it away. Gillis moving in. Gillis the shot. He scores. That's the ball game as Olchek coughed it up, and Gillis scores shorthanded. 8-5 Quebec.
Olchek had his back to the play, just tried to flip it back to his defenseman. Didn't see Gillis break through the middle, and the soft pass was intercepted by Gillis. Gillis faked and then shot, and beat Bannerman to the stick side with a waist-high wrist shot.
And that's going to do it for this one, as the Quebec Nordiques has beaten the Blackhawks.
The Hawks lose 8-5 after coming from behind when it was 3-0 to tie it up and take the lead. Today's Anheuser-Busch player of the game, Steve Larmer, with a couple of goals and had some other great chances to get the hat trick.
In the third period, Darryl Sutter gave the Hawks an early lead, scoring his 7th of the season, or I should say his 9th.